So I'm gonna do a. I just got this message saying, "Hi Paul, I'm producing radio. I'm producing a radio documentary for BBC Radio 1 and One Extra in the UK. It's all about the history of YouTube, marking the 10-year anniversary. As part of the documentary, I would love to speak with you. Is this something you might help with? We can do it on Skype when it's convenient for you. I'd be keen to speak with you next week. Happy to speak on the phone first if it helps." Okay. I'm gonna take one more hit. What did I do with that? Okay. Okay, so hello? Hello, can you hear me? Hello? Hello?
Hey.
How you doing?
I'm doing really good. I'm doing really good. How you doing?
Good.
Excellent. Thank you so much for taking the time.
No problem.
Really good. We could do it and so quickly as well. Brilliant. What you up? What you up to? Where are you?
I'm on my couch in my living room. I'm looking at the mountain that is in the Double Rainbow video. It's just outside Yosemite National Park.
So you get that? You get that view all the time?
All day, every day. I'm sitting in my couch right now. I'm in the same exact position as I was when right when I started to shoot the Double Rainbow video. Yeah, it's land I bought when I was 25 years old in 1988, and it was raw land. It was just a wilderness, and I turned it into a farm.
Wow, amazing. And can you? So you're literally in exactly the same position you were at when you filmed it, which was a few years ago now. Can you well, it's probably quite difficult for you to put it into words, and maybe you've done it a few times. You've done it in the past, but what can you remember about that moment?
A few thousand times. I just had an Israeli film crew here 2 days ago, and they had me reenact this same thing that you're talking about. So, I mean, as soon as it started to go viral, reporters started calling, and it was nonstop for a long time. So, the reason why I'm asking in the video, what does it mean, is because the Double Rainbow video is me understanding I'm in the presence of God. Right before it came, I was sitting here writing an email right where I'm at right now, saying how I felt like I was Noah because I have my own farm. I have my own well. It feels like an ark. Like I'm growing food to eat. In case society crumbles, I can still keep going. So I write this email, and my house fills with color, and I grab my camera and I turn it, and that's the video. right when that happened. So So I'm walking, you know, in the beginning of the video, there's a tree in the way. Well, that tree's not here anymore, but there's a tree and I couldn't see the whole thing. I had to walk past that tree. You see, I walked past these wind chimes, and when I see the whole thing, it feels like a giant hand pushes me to the ground and knocks me on the ground, and I'm literally sitting on my ass for the last 2/3 of that video. And when I'm looking at this, rainbow, and to me it looks like there's an eye there, because you know I'm a photographer, and if you're a photographer and you look in the, sometimes you'll see your reflection of the eye in the eyepiece. I'm like, that looks like that same thing. It looks like an eyeball, and I'm like, there's an eyeball in my front yard all the way across the sky. And I just finished saying how I felt like I was Noah. That's God. God's right there. I'm being visited by God. That's what the video is. Me understanding that God came to my front yard and he spoke to me and spoke through me. And that's the video. It's 3.5 minutes long of a person understanding that God has come to visit them.
I mean, that's like a really like personal moment, right?
Yeah, but here's the thing. See, I bought this land when I was young. I've been living this way for a long time. I can yell and no one knows, right? I'm out here in the middle of nowhere, so I'm used to having like my privacy. I'm used to being out in nature. You know, I can act however I want, and I don't have to worry about people like, oh, look at that weird guy screaming or whatever, you know. And when I shot the video, no one watched my videos. I wasn't doing it for that. I wasn't doing it because I wanted to show people. I was just doing it for myself. So that whole thing about people are going to watch that was just not there. You know, I'm just recording this rainbow for myself and for my descendants. And I'm in my front yard and I have complete privacy. So, I mean, it's just what was flowing through me. You know, I mean, there's no, oh, I'm doing this for people.
But it's not a private moment anymore.
Well, I mean, it's been a scene all over the world, you know. I mean, it's in every medium, you know. It's in TV and movies and magazines and newspapers, and I read all the comments still, and people are like, oh, they showed this in our church, or they showed this in our university. And I've had a university instructor from Italy. He contacted me and we've had some conversations. He says he shows my video to every one of his students.
Why? Why has it touched the nerve of so many people?
It's the first time someone got a video of God. And you know, I'll tell you right now, everything I say is in my videos. It's in my YouTube videos. I can back it all up with a link. So tens of thousands of people have sung that song to me, and I didn't write the song and I don't sing it. I walk out there and the first time the Double Rainbow song was sung was at the first VidCon, and someone taped it, and I was like, they're singing my words, I should be there. So I contacted the Gregory Brothers and I'm like, you're right, you should be there, come next year. So I came, and the Gregory Brothers are the most popular YouTube band, so they close out the concert, right? It's like 5 bands, they're the last band. They saved the Double Rainbow song for the end, the last song, and then they teach the song to everyone, and then they bring me out. They all sing to me. It's really mind-blowing, and that's happened many times.
I didn't even mention the Gregory Brothers. That's really interesting that you jumped straight to the Gregory Brothers. So you like they're really, you know, they're. What's the more important video to you? Is it the original, or is it theirs?
Oh my! You know, it all comes off of mine. You know, their video came 2 days after I started going viral, and along with a bunch of other ones. It was actually the second video. The back then you used to be able to make it a video response, and I was like, we were watching it, and my girlfriend was here, and I'm like, that's cool, you know. We didn't know what to think of it. And it was kind of a fairly new concept, especially done so well. at that point, you know. So we were just like, oh yeah, that's great. I allowed it as a video response, and you know, they really gained a big popularity once they had that song. It seems like they really blew up right at that point. But yeah, I mean, there's literally hundreds of spoofs and songs and parodies, you know. So I mean, it's the best one, and they put it on iTunes, and they give me half the money, and I still get checks from that thing. So yeah, it's been the most helpful and the most important. And it, you know, they're the ones that have invited me to VidCon. They invited me again this year. I went in 2011, 2012, 2013, and last year I didn't go, but they wanted me there this year, so I think I might go.
When is it?
What's that?
When is it?
It's in July. They have it across the street from Disneyland at the Anaheim Convention Center.
Cool.
Yeah.
And you said a while back that that video is the first ever video of God.
Yeah. Well.
That's massive. Go on, tell me a bit more about that.
Okay, well, you know, that's kind of a little disingenuous because I think God is everywhere, you know. So I think it's the first video when someone understands that they're in the presence of God. You know, that's what's going on there. And because God touched me, and then He spoke to me and through me, that's why it's infected humanity's consciousness. Now when anyone sees a rainbow, they have to think of that video. You can't help it. You know, it's like I hypnotize everyone who watches that video so that when you see a rainbow, you have to question it. You have to say, I mean, people, you know, they mock my words or they copy my words when they see a rainbow because now they know how they're supposed to act. You know, they know they're supposed to be in awe of it. They might not be in as much awe as me, but they want to connect to that moment. They want to connect to that understanding. And so a lot of people say when they see a rainbow, what does it mean? You know, well, most of the people are just mocking me or just copying me. But you know what? I'm getting them to walk down that road. If you can get someone to walk down a road, pretty soon they're going to have some understanding of, oh yeah, this is where I'm at. It's pretty mind-blowing stuff, right?
It's pretty mind-blowing stuff, yeah. Do you feel like you own that video still? Do you feel like it's yours? Do you feel like it's your moment, or do you feel like it's someone else's now?
I'm not in the video, right? You don't see me. It's just the rainbow. I mean, it's the way I talk, it's words that I say, but stringing them along together, like, that's not really, you know, people don't really do that. So I don't own that. I control the video. You know, I'm protecting it, but it just came through me. It wasn't something that I created. You know, I mean, it's one take, one camera, one person, no trying, just a complete reaction. And it's infected humanity's consciousness. You know, a person doesn't do that. That's the spirit of the universe flowing through me.
And of course, like, because you know, the Gregory Brothers and other people have, like, taken it,
yeah,
and used it and created other things, it's, like, got a life of its own.
Yeah, it does. You know, it was never meant to be just me. You know, I mean, people connect to it so profoundly that they want some ownership in it, you know. So yeah, I mean, and you know, there's no ads on that video. It's the only viral video with no ads on it. So you know, it's like that's kind of evidence that I don't feel like I own it. You know, I gave that piece away, my most popular piece, to humanity to watch for free, unencumbered of ads. You know, and I turned down a lot of money because of that. And I'm a poor guy. You know, I was living on $6,000 a year or less for I think 6 years before I went viral.
Amazing. When you first met the Gregory Brothers, what did you say? What conversation did you have?
You know, I mean, I had been talking to him a lot on the internet, you know, on email and stuff like that. So the first time that I met them was in Oakland. They were doing the Digit tour, and they invited me to come out and see them play, and then they had me go on stage. It was like the first time that we met together. We met, and they're just really sweet, beautiful people, you know. They've just been so kind to me, and I think they get it. I think that they get that what this whole thing is, because if you see some of the videos where they're singing when I'm on stage, it's a spiritual experience. Everyone is feeling it, you know. It's just like you could just feel the love that's in that room. You could just touch it, you know. It's so amazing. I can send you those videos. They're pretty mind-blowing.
That would be really great, actually, if you could.
Yeah.
That'd be brilliant. Yeah, no, I'd really appreciate that.
Sure.
Do you what kind of response have you had to the Gregory Brothers video?
I mean, you know, I think it's cool. It really does. It brings another element to the video. You know, it just kind of like expands it and magnifies it, and it's like put it in so many more people's consciousness, you know. So it seems like it was supposed to be, you know, like I'm supposed to get this video of God, and these guys are supposed to write about it and sing about it, and it just makes it so people can connect to it stronger, you know. It's like it's not just the video, now they can sing it, you know.
Are you a singer?
No, not really. I mean, I go to Native American sweat lodges and we sing in there, but you know, I've never really been like a performing singer. You know, I'm not. I wouldn't consider myself. You know, I wouldn't consider myself a singer. You know, I sing along.
Have you ever sung the Gregory Brothers song?
No, I mean, and some of the videos that I'll send you, I'm mouthing the words, but I'm not in the microphone. You know, you'll see me singing, but it's not. I'm not singing because I'm singing into a microphone so people can hear me. Everyone else is singing, and I'm just doing it too.
How up are you for singing it for the very first time?
I don't really know, and I'm not really a singer.
I can't tempt you?
I don't think so. You know, I'm not someone who can fake anything or force anything. You know, I'm just me, and it's like it's really uncomfortable for me to do things that I feel are being forced. You know, it's just like it doesn't it doesn't work for me.
So that's interesting. I like that. So like the Gregory Brothers version, like the Gregory Brothers song, doesn't feel forced to you. That feels what, natural, or that feels kind of okay?
When they sing it, they're singers. You know, I'm not a singer. You know, when they sing it, yeah, it's awesome. It works just fine. And then you'll see in the video, when I'm there, I'm singing, but you know, not into the microphone. But I'm singing because everyone else is singing.
Are you happy for me to rip a copy of your videos for the audio to put on air?
For the audio?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, is that cool? Okay.
Yeah.
Or actually, if you, what might be even better is, I don't know if you're able to send me the original, like a file of the video, so I don't have to steal it. Have you got the file? Somewhere?
Well, I mean, you're starting to get into the territory of how I make my living. You understand?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just going to put it on the radio, but that's fine. That's cool. I'm not going to share it or anything, but that's basically, unlike a lot of radio shows, I can't just steal videos without permission.
Yeah.
Permission from everyone.
Well, I mean, generally what I find is someone needs my permission. It means that it's for commercial TV, or in this case maybe commercial radio, which means which it's like, my question is there a budget for this? Can you pay me for this?
Yeah, so it's public service radio. It's not
Oh, okay. So it's BBC. So let's see. I don't know a way to send that big a file.
You could do it via WeTransfer.
Okay. Can you send me an email with like the instructions and how? Okay, do that and I'll do it.
What's your email, Paul?
It's bear@yosemitebear.net.
Bear.net. Cool. All right, I'll send you an email. No worries.
Okay.
What like the comments that you've had on I mean, I'm interested to kind of gauge the reaction that you got both from the original video and also from the Gregory Brothers version.
So the Gregory Brothers version, I think that you're thinking it's a big part of it. It's really just a small part. You know, viewing it from my point of view, that's one of the things that has contributed to all this happening, but it's really just a small part. When you see the whole picture like I've seen it, yeah, it's only a small contributing factor. What was the question again?
No, it's fine. I'll tell you what, we'll move on because that's more interesting. So, like, if that's one contributing factor, what are the other ones?
Well, Jimmy Kimmel made it go viral. He tweeted it, and then it was like an explosion. I was doing interviews nonstop for weeks. It's like 10 days into it, Microsoft calls, Jimmy Kimmel calls, Tosh.0 calls. This high school in Iceland raised money to bring me out there, and they toured me all over the country, and they gave me this festival where they sang and danced, and all the parents came, and the principal made me protector of the student body, and it was just like this mind-blowing, crazy experience. I did a documentary film of the whole thing. It was just like, it was crazy. So, I mean, it's just like all these things are just like rushing over me. It feels like I'm on a magic carpet ride, because when I went viral, I was super poor. I didn't have a car, I didn't have a cell phone, I didn't have any money. And all of a sudden, I'm floating all over the universe. And it was crazy. I go down to LA and I do Jimmy Kimmel, I do Tosh.0, I get a entertainment lawyer, I get an agent, and I do this reality TV show pitch. In 4 days, I'm gone, and poof, and then I'm like flying up to Seattle to do the Microsoft commercial, and then New Zealand, and all over the United States, and YouTube in England gave me Video of the Year in 2010, and they wanted me to fly out there to be on the TV show, and I was too busy. Too busy to fly to London on their dime. I mean, it's like right after I'm going viral for like 6 months, it was like I'm flying all over the world. It was nuts.
You look like you quite enjoy it.
Well, I enjoy everything. I love my life. This just happens to be another thing in it. I mean, I live just outside Yosemite. It's the most beautiful place on the planet. It's the place where Abraham Lincoln took time out of the Civil War to protect humanity for the future. No one had done that before that. This place is really special and magical, and people come from all over the world to come and visit this place, and for a reason. It's amazing. It's magic, and I tapped into that magic, and it's one of the reasons why I've done this, why this has happened, because I learned how to tap into that magic from this powerful place, and I shared it with the world.
What do you think you would be doing if YouTube hadn't been there?
I'd be out there working on the water system for my farm right now, which I was gonna do right before you called. So my life is 99% the same exactly. The only difference now is I talk with a lot of reporters and do a lot of this stuff. tomorrow I come out on the Delta Airlines in-flight safety video, and then Friday I'm going to be in People magazine. I'm this hermit farmer living on the side of this mountain, trying to eke out a living, recording himself, and now I'm in People magazine 5 years after I went viral. It's kind of proof. It's proof of what I say. You know, I got a video of God. Have you seen the movie We're the Millers with Jennifer Aniston? It starts with my video.
Oh, does it?
Yeah,
okay.
Check it out.
Why does it do that? Tell me.
Because Jen loves me. We met. I did a smart water commercial with her in 2010, and she was like, "Oh, she goes, I'm such a big fan. Can I take your picture?" I'll send you the picture. We got a nice picture together, and she was like, "I'm a huge fan. I love your video." And then I guess I knew that. You know, I know how it went down. She was like, "Well, we have this idea how to start the movie, and we're looking for our YouTube sensations." And I know she had to have mentioned me because that's how it went down.
I mean, you must think the whole thing's pretty nuts.
You know, I'm only telling you a little tiny part of all the shit that's happened. It's so mind-blowing. And the way it is now, everywhere I walk, people are like, yeah, this is a guy who's been touched by God. Because people just say, "Oh, I love you." They hug me. They want to take a picture with me everywhere I go. And you know what? I'm not in the video. And like I said, everything I say is backed up on my YouTube channel. Oh, and in YouTube headquarters, there's a mini room called the Double Rainbow Room.
Cool. When you say everything's backed up by my YouTube channel, what do you mean by that?
Every piece of story that I'm telling you, I can send you a link to the video that shows that.
Okay. What other? You mentioned the Gregory Brothers. What other kind of parody videos are there out there that maybe you like, or maybe that you don't like, or maybe were successful?
I love the one that Jimmy Fallon did. He did Neil Young. He imitated Neil Young singing an original Double Rainbow song. Oh, that's one of my favorites. That and the Vodafone commercial and the Microsoft commercial, those were pretty entertaining. This Delta in-flight safety video that's coming out tomorrow, they have me being myself, and that's pretty good. You know, there's just so much of it. It's endless, and you know what? I like most of it because it's people putting their soul into it. You know, it's like, I'm gonna mix my talent with this thing and produce this new thing. And it's like I see the basics of it, the beginnings of it, my video, and how they put their self into it, and it's entertaining and it's beautiful, and it's all done with love, and because these people are talented and they have to express their talent. So yeah, I love all that stuff.
Can you what's the ask there? I think like what is it that's going on when like people take your video